Hey friends, and welcome back. This is day 13 of our 14-day movement challenge and another 20-minute full body yoga flow. And today's practice is all about moving in and out of a shape more than once so that we have an opportunity to build a little bit more heat within our body and within those deeper muscle fibers. Should feel quite nice, right? If you want some music to listen to as we're flowing together, I have a playlist linked below. So just hit play as soon as we're on the mat, and I will see you very soon. Okay, if you have that playlist ready, let's hit play in 3, 2, 1, go. And please start in a seated position. So maybe sitting back on your heels like me, or maybe a crisscross leg seat, or if you want to grab in a pillow to sit on, as long as you can be comfortable and maintain length in your spine. And just let your hands rest on your thighs. Let the shoulders slide down a little bit more. Maybe your eyes start to close, or just take a soft gaze down. Finding a moment to pause, a moment to be still. And to really commit to these 20 minutes of practice of moving your body and connecting with yourself and creating a little bit more ease and lightness. Let's take one more breath right here. Inhale. And exhale. Good, and with your next breath in, reach your arms up overhead. And as you exhale, twist to the right side. So left arm forward and right arm reaches back in behind you. Spread the fingers wide. And use your next inhale to lift the arms up overhead, gaze forward. And exhale, just an easy twist to the left side, right arm forward, left arm back. Good, breathe in and lift the arms up, and exhale, guide prayer hands through in front of your heart, Anjali Mudra, prayer gesture. One big breath, inhale, and exhale. Nice, now all I want you to do is lean over to your left hip and send your right leg out long to a bit of a diagonal. Have your left foot right in the inner edge of the right thigh, and inhale, lift your arms up. And as you exhale, hinge forward, but have your forearms lifted. So if the forearms are down, just start with the forearms lifted. Good, now flex your right foot a little bit. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, bend your elbows, maybe the forearms ground, or maybe just coming down a little bit. And then inhale to lift the forearms up. Good, 2 more, exhale to drop it lower. And inhale to lift. 1 more, exhale to drop. And inhale to lift. Good, stay here, breathe in. And breathe out. Yeah, now walk your hands in a little bit closer, tall spine. Left hand is going to come back in behind you. Press into the left knee, right heel, and lift your hips up. Reach the right arm back. Now breathe in. And as you exhale, lower the hips, and right arm reaches forward. 2 more. Inhale to lift up. And exhale to lower down. 1 more. Inhale to lift. And exhale to lower. Good. And then bring your hands in front of you. Drag your right knee or left knee under your left hip and lift your right leg up so it's right in line with your right hip. Big inhale. And exhale, round your spine. Draw your right knee towards your forehead. 2 more times. Inhale to lengthen, crown of the head to the toes. And exhale to round it in. 1 more. Breathe in, finding that length. And exhale to round. Now hold your knee in close towards your forehead. Keep your spine rounded. Tuck your left toes. Lift your hips up so your knee is still towards your forehead. And then plant your right foot up in between your hands. Good. Now walk your hands in front of your right foot. Stand up into your right leg. Left leg lifts any amount. And then bend your right knee and left toes. Reach and tap the back of the mat. 2 more times. Rising into the right leg. Left leg lifts. Maybe that standing L shape, and then bend your right knee, left toes lower, and tap the back of the mat. 1 more. Inhale to stand and lift. Exhale, bend the right knee, left toes ground at the back of the mat, and reach forward, rise on up, finding a high lunge, crescent warrior. Good, shoulders stack over top of the hips. Stay here for one big breath. And bring your hands down to frame your front foot. Step your left foot up to meet your right and forward fold, Uttanasana. Let your upper body drop heavy. Good. Inhale for a halfway lift. Bring your hands towards your shins and find length in your spine. And exhale, fold, release everything back down. Inhale to stand up and rise, reaching up, gaze is gonna follow. And exhale, hinge from your hips, forward folds. Take another halfway lift as you breathe in, and exhale, plant your hands, step back to a high plank, or maybe lower it to the knees first, and then lower all the way down to your belly, all the way down, down, down. Good. Inhale to lift your chest just a tiny bit. Tops of the feet stay grounded, so it's a baby cobra, hardly any weight in your hands. And then lower your chest back down. Push back up to a tabletop position. Bring your knees right underneath of your hips. And 3 cat-cows. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your tailbone, lift your chin. Good, and exhale, round through your spine, tuck your chin into chest. 2 more, let your breath move through you here. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. And come on back to neutral, and all you're gonna do is sit on to your right hip and send your left leg out long to that diagonal line. Lift your arms up overhead, breathe in. Exhale, hinge forward and have your forearms lifted to start. Flex your left foot. Good, now big inhale. Exhale, maybe the forearms ground or you just take a little micro bend in the elbows. Inhale to lift the forearms and lengthen. Exhale to bend. Good, one more, inhale up. Tiny micro movement, but can you feel the difference of sensation? Nice, now lift it back up, hold here, big inhale. And exhale. And all we're gonna do is lift up tall, keep your legs as they are. Right hand comes back in behind you, and then press into the right knee, into the left heel, lift the hips, lift the left arm up, breathe in. And as you exhale, hips lower and left arm presses forward. Good, 2 more times, inhale to lift and rise. And exhale to press forward, dropping the right hip down. 1 more, inhale up. And exhale to lower. Good. Now we bring the left hand down. Right knee comes underneath of the right hip. Left leg lifts up. It's in line with your hip. Good. Long line from the crown of your head to your left toes. Breathe in. Exhale, round your spine. Bring your left knee towards your forehead. Inhale to lengthen out nice and long. 2 more times. Exhale to round and curl in. Inhale to find length, head to toes, and 1 more. Exhale to round. Now hold right here. Tuck your right toes and lift your hips up, 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 up. Pike them up, but keep your spine rounded. Keep your left knee towards your forehead, and then look forward and step your left foot up and in between your hands. Bring your fingertips about a foot in front of your left foot. Now stand up into the left leg, right leg lifts any amount. Keep the fingertips on the mat. Bend your left knee, right toes reach, and tap the back of the mat. 2 more times. Try to press into the left leg as the right leg lifts. Bend the left knee, reach, and tap the back of the mat. 1 more. Rise, 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 rise. Good. Bend your left knee, right toes ground at the back of the mat. Reach your arms forward and rise on up. Crescent warrior, high lunge. Back heel is lifted. Breathe in. And breathe out. Good, you're doing awesome. Bring your hands down to frame your front foot. Step your right foot up to meet your left. Forward fold completely. Release everything down. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands to shins. Lengthen your spine. And exhale, fold. Release it back down. Inhale to stand up and rise. Reach up. Gaze goes up. And exhale, hinge from your hips, forward fold. Let's do another halfway lift as we breathe in. Exhale, fold, ground your hands, step back to your plank on toes or on the knees. Lower halfway or all the way, chaturanga, hug your elbows in close. Inhale to push the floor away, lift your chest, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, send the hips up, lift them back, downward facing dog. Good, breathe in. And breathe out. Feel into that length of your spine. Take another inhale and exhale. Good. Now all I want you to do is walk your feet in a little bit closer and take your feet as wide as the mat. Now put a bend into your knees, keep your heels lifted, and then straighten through the legs, lift the tailbone higher. 2 more, little bend of the knees, keep the heels lifted, and then straighten through the legs and lift your tailbone higher. 1 more here, nice. And then lengthen it out. Now walk your hands towards your feet. Keep your heels on the mat, spin your toes off the mat to 45 degrees. Keep your fingertips down. Start to bend your knees, lower down any amount. Maybe the chest starts to lift. And then lift the hips up slow, slow, slow. Let your head drop heavy. Good, 2 more. Lowering down, getting heavy through the sits bones. And then lengthening back up, letting the head drop. 1 more here. Feeling out a bit of this malasana, low squat, and then lifting all the way back up. Heel toe your feet back in line with your hips and rise all the way up. Stand up, reach up, breathe in. Exhale, hinge from your hips and forward fold. Walk your hands forward, keep your hips up high, landing in your downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. So again, the tailbone's the highest point. You want to imagine this upside down V shape in your body, kind of like a mountain top. Stay for 1 more intentional breath. And look forward, walk towards the top of your mat, forward fold. Now this time stand all the way up and bring your hands right at your hips. Good, how we doing? Ground into that right foot and lift your left leg up to 90 degrees. Hold right here. Now open your left knee out to the left side and lift your arms up overhead. Good, as you bring the left leg back forward, arms are gonna reach in front of you. So 2 more like that, arms up as your left leg opens to the left side. Left knee forward, arms press out in front of you. 1 more, opening out to the left, arms lift, get tall, and then press it forward and hold right here. Start to bend your right knee, left foot comes down to meet the right, and arms might lift a little bit higher. Utkatasana, chair pose, deep hinge of your hips back. Take an inhale, and exhale, sweep your arms back alongside your body. Your chest goes towards your thighs. 2 more like that, slow. So keep the bend of your knees. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the arms. And exhale, sweep it back, chest towards the thighs. Good, you got it. Strong legs. 1 more. Inhale to lift. And exhale to sweep. Inhale to stand up into the right leg. Left leg comes back up to 90 degrees. And then slowly hinge forward, reaching the left toes all the way to the back of the mat. Bend your right knee, ground your left toes, and lift your chest to your high lunge. Just 1 breath in. And exhale, drop the left heel down. Arms open out nice and wide for Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. So your right toes are pointing right forward and your knees in line with your big toe and second toe. Now take an inhale, good. Exhale, drop the right elbow down, lift the left arm up. And then inhale, rise back up, Warrior 2. Again, exhale, right elbow down, left arm up, gaze up. 1 more here, inhale to lift, arms wide, and exhale, right elbow down, left arm reaches up and hold here in your side angle. Maybe the right fingertips wanna come down. Good, find a breath. And let's rise all the way back up, arms wide, gaze forward, breathe in. Exhale, hands down to frame your front foot. Step your right foot back to meet your left. Landing in your plank of choice, my friends. Here we go, lower down, halfway or all the way. Use your inhale breath to lift your chest, opening the front body. And exhale, hips up, lift them back, downward facing dog. Breathe in and breathe out. Good, I'm definitely feeling some of that slow heat to build up. Now walk your feet up to meet your hands, forward fold at the top of your mat. And start to rise all the way up and then place your hands on your hips. Okay, here we go. Ground into the left foot. Right knee comes up in front of you to 90 degrees. Now press into that left big toe. I promise it's really gonna help with your stability. Open your right knee out to the right side, slow, hold, and then lift the arms up overhead. Good, now we do two things at the same time. We're gonna bring that right knee forward and arms reach forward. And then inhale, right knee out to the right side, arms lift up. Good, a bit of coordination, yeah? And balance, oh my gosh. Okay, right knee forward, arms forward. Inhale, right knee out to the right side, arms lift up. Good, now one more time, right knee forward, arms forward, hold. Start to put a bend into that left knee, try to go slow, send your hips back, and then that right foot comes down to meet the left. Arms might lift a bit higher, so you've landed in your chair pose. Try to stay nice and low, okay? Breathe in, and as you exhale, arms sweep back, chest towards your thighs. 2 more times, inhale to lift, keep your legs as they are. And exhale to sweep it back, gaze behind you. One more, inhale to lift. And exhale to sweep it back. Good, now inhale to reach forward, rise up, stand up into the left leg, right knee comes up to 90 degrees. And with control, balance and strength, you start to bend the left knee, hinge forward, reach the right leg back, 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 back. Ground the right toes, lift the chest, high lunge. 1 breath, inhale. Exhale, drop the right heel down. Arms open wide for your warrior 2. Good, take a peek at your body, okay? Hips are pointing to the right side, but your gaze and your left knee and left toes are straight out in front of you. Now legs don't change, it's just the upper body. Breathe in. And exhale, left elbow down on top or inside of the left thigh. Right arm lifts up. Inhale to rise back up, arms out wide, warrior 2. And exhale, left elbow down, right arm up, side angle for a moment. One more round, inhale to lift, arms wide, gaze forward. And exhale, left elbow down, right arm reaches up. Maybe the left fingertips wanna come down. Good. Opening, expanding your wingspan and keeping space in that left hip. One more breath. And let's rise back up, arms out wide, warrior 2, full inhale. Exhale, hands down to frame your front foot. Step your left leg back to meet your right. One last lower down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale to lift your chest, Cobra or Ardha Mukha. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Good, breathe in. And breathe out. One more inhale and exhale. And gently come on down to your knees. Sit back on your heels for a moment. Roll out the shoulders, close the eyes. Just let that settle in. Slowing down the breath and the heart rate a little bit. Yeah, those slow controlled movements, they definitely can get the heart rate up, right? Alrighty, friends. Now just take a seat and bring your feet out in front of you. I've been really loving this seated figure 4 lately. So fingertips are gonna point to the back of your mat and right ankle is gonna cross over top of your left thigh. Now you might walk that left foot in a little closer or maybe press into the hands and lift the chest. Flex your right foot. And breathe some space into that right glute and right hip. Big inhale. And exhale. One more here. Good, and then slowly start to drag that left foot, left leg long. Ground your right foot outside of your left leg and slowly twist to the right side. You might wrap your left arm around your right leg. And then your right hand is behind you to keep the length as you breathe into this twist. And next inhale, come back through to center. Hands are gonna come behind you. Right foot grounds down. Left ankle crosses over the right thigh. So you've got that nice figure 4 stretch on this side. And you might find that little bit of a lift of your chest. And sending your breath into that left glute and the outer edge of your hip. And then slowly just start to drag that right heel forward, right leg lengthens. Ground your left foot down outside of your right leg, get tall, and then slowly twist to the left side. Good, wrapping your right arm around your left leg, left fingertips behind you. 2 breaths. Good, and then find your way back through to center and just bend your right knee, taking a crisscross leg seated position. And lift your arms up overhead, gaze up, breathe in. And exhale, arms wide, melt it all the way down. Good, give yourself as much time as you need to maybe just chill for a moment, to let all of that sink in and to just celebrate yourself. Yeah, for showing up for you and your practice. Yeah, it's the best. I got that yoga bliss moving through me that I don't have any more words to say. So have a lovely rest of your day. And I hope to see you tomorrow for the last day of our challenge. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.